Hello, and welcome to today's live podcast interview on magical Thailand with Luke Lintott and the Master Oracle Quenton Stroud. Today, we're going to talk more about why you may need to get the hell out of exactly where you're at in order to get to your desires sooner, better, with a community that brings you higher. We are joining you now live from Southeast Asia. I am here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, where we are hosting the upcoming amazing Soulfit Summit Thailand retreat, and Q is joining us live from Malaysia. We are both living abroad and we work with clients all over the globe, and we are so excited to announce that we are hosting the Soulfit Summit Thailand retreat for the second year in a row in February 2026. We would love to invite you. We're going to talk more about that experience, which includes visiting the elephant sanctuary, going to the temples, doing manifestation, wellness, and magic work together so that you can call in your desires sooner, better, and faster. And of course, the theme of this Soulfit Summit is to look good, heal deep, literally live longer. This is an investment in your health, your body, your most priceless possession, and your life, right? A life is a terrible thing to waste. We're going to go deep today into steps that you can take to get you ready to ascend in impact and maybe even join us in Thailand. And yes, we have a deal going on right now, $500 off. It ends on Sunday in 7 days. So comment below, click on that link to join. And we are not just letting anyone join this retreat. There's a consultation. We are making sure that y'all are perfect for energetic alignment. We only have 9 spots. 2 of those are taken. We got people from all over the globe joining us this year. So it's going to be an international crew. And first of all, of course, I would love to invite and to introduce the amazing Q himself. He's joining us. And I want to mention this is the only opportunity to work with both of us in person. Q is a celebrity psychic, metaphysician, and the Master Oracle. He works with thousands, in fact, over 10,000 clients across Mother Earth, including public figures, celebrities, the list goes on, to get to better, faster through, of course, magic, through his readings, through numerology, and the list goes on. You can read all about him. And so I'm so excited to have you join us now during this podcast interview. Thank you so much, Q, and so excited to be co-creating, collaborating for the upcoming retreat in Thailand. Thank you.
Yes, this is fantastic. I am super excited. When we see, this is not something, this is no longer an experiment, right? This is no longer an experiment. This is facts. This is things that are actually happening and taking shape in our real world in real time. And people have already participated. People have already been here and have already gotten amazing tear-filled nights, sun-filled days, and been able to really change their life. And so we're excited about Thailand 2026. This is going to be amazing.
Absolutely. And I know for me, Q, like the last retreat, I just want to say was bomb.com. We did all the things here. We went to the best cabaret show in Thailand. The art, the performances here are out of this world. And not just that, we went to the markets. This next Soulfit Summit, we're going to be going to the night market as well, which is where all the art behind me here in my yoga room, it is handmade right here in Thailand. The jewelry, the earrings, the silver earrings on my body, everything like this shirt is made here in Thailand. So this is a place where a lot of those really beautiful physical things that you may see sometimes, yes, they are multiple times the price when you buy it in a different country, but those things often come from this place because it is an artist capital. It's a very spiritual place in on Mother
Mhm.
Earth. And I know for me, truly getting out of the USA, as I've mentioned in a lot of my lives, a lot of my posts has been hugely transformational. And now you can do it, right? And I wanted to point out that sign that Q is showing to us. Yeah, feel free to share more about that. Yeah.
Listen, I will just leave this right here. Get out while you can, okay? Trust me, there is so much going on that many people don't even know about. I was actually just talking to a gentleman out of South Africa, and we were just talking about things that's going on in the U.S. And he has his finger on the pulse of what's going on. It's his bailiwick. But let me tell you, there is so much happening in the world right now, and if you know, you know, and if you're prepared, you will actually make some changes, make some moves, make some things happen right now. I actually have a client of mine who just said yesterday she has an appointment tomorrow, which is tomorrow in America, to get her passport renewed, her because it expired. Got to get her passport. I say, get your passport now. Get a new one.
Yeah.
Don't keep the old one. You only got like 6 months left on it, a year and a half left. No, get a new one that has another 10 years on it. So you ain't got to talk to nobody. You ain't got to deal with nobody for another 10 years. I'm telling you, things are so important right now. And so this is a perfect time for you to get out
Get
while you
out while
can.
you can. And I wanted to reinforce what QB saying. The world is continuing to change extremely quickly. I have been living this nomadic life for over 6 months and recently have connected with the nomadic community here in Thailand, as well as the queer community that is nomadic over in Vietnam. And I can tell you, like, this is not going away, right? The idea that you
Mm-hmm.
have to stay in one house for your lifetime, that idea is something for many people of the past, right? We are citizens of Mother Earth. And I think when you leave, that's oftentimes when you have these massive breakthroughs. For yours truly, it's helped me literally change my DNA, change my skin, change my body, right? I've gotten into this
Yes.
really great I've gone on this physical fitness journey since I left the USA. Of course, externally and internally, I've been doing a lot of that healing work. And just being in this new frequency has been so transformational. It is a predominantly Buddhist country where people here believe in karma. They believe in treating each other really nicely because we might have been cousins or siblings in a past lifetime, no matter how you look, no matter what your orientation, no matter what your gender identity. We have the highest percentage of people that do identify as transgender here in Thailand. So you can be who you are in this place. And that's something that's been super powerful for me as someone who grew up in the West. But yes, I absolutely identify as someone as a global citizen. So I invite y'all to take that move, get out while you can, come and join us. This may be your ticket for freedom, joining us in magical Thailand in February 2026.
Well, and the other thing is that whether you're going for like you just need a vacation and you just want to do something with people who are uptone, who are spiritual, who are not gonna get shit faced drunk and puking all over the place. If you want to have a nice, like a really nice vacation, go for that. If you want to go for the villa, for the experience, for the city, for the all that Thailand has to offer for the country, if you want to go to be a part of that, go because of that. If you want to go to get this food, baby, let me tell you something. This food in Thailand is I'm getting the Julie. This food in Thailand is like no other. When you go, make sure you try the salted fish. If you like fish, try the salted fish and with the green sauce. You got to get the green sauce. I took Luke to get this fish with the green
It's
sauce, and
good.
we messed this fish up. That fish ain't have a chance. Okay, and so I'm saying this to say that whatever your reasoning, however you have to rationalize it or figure it out, if this is something that you have been called to do and you want to get away and get out and do something different, now is the time to do it, and with the right people to go with. That's probably most important in my opinion.
Yeah, and on that note, we already have some amazing souls signed up that are just gonna like truly turn into your family because we go deep during this retreat and do all that healing work. And just off of what Q said, all the food here is essentially organic, okay? And I think that's truly part of the reason why like I've noticed a big change in my body. I'm getting fresh squeezed carrot juice all the time. I just went to my
Mm-hmm.
gym. I'm doing Thai yoga, right? I'm gonna be sharing all these things with you as someone who literally is residing in Chiang Mai, Thailand. I'm not flying in from a different country, y'all. I'm just going on over to the luxury villa that we'll be renting down the street, down in the most beautiful neighborhood of this city. And you're going to be walking distance from all the shops, all the places. I know last year we were right next door to all the best massage parlors, y'all. And I'm telling you now, those massages, those facials that you're going to be getting when you join us, they are so good. And having been all over Southeast Asia for the past 6+ months, I can tell you that it's kind of hard to find a better massage than what you're going to get here. So we'll be directing you with all those things. And the thing is, when you go with our group, when you go with people that live here with our community, it's like you are not going to be wasting a second of your precious time because of course, we're going to get you your professional photos while you're at the retreat. So you're going to be looking good. You're going to get handmade clothing and jewelry from here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. It's made down the street by Lotus and Luna. you are going to be staying in luxury in a villa. And of course, we're going to be doing some deep spiritual practices that will help you call in the love, call in the money, call in your best life, the healing. And yeah, dates. It's February 23rd to the 28th, 2026, y'all. We are doing this retreat in half a year, 6 months. So you have the time
Yes.
and space to
Oh,
apply if you
that's
to
actually
get
6 months from
get
like the other day, like
from
because we're at the
from the other
25th
day.
now,
Oh my God,
24th.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
exactly 6 months.
So then now's the perfect time to sign up. And we have, of course, the $500 off deal. And we even are offering, if you so need it, a payment plan. So we're making this extremely accessible. I'm here to help
Mm.
with those flights, with getting your passport submitted, all those things. And you have the time, you got the space. So I'm so like this is the key to your success. Okay. If you're watching this live or the replay, hey, wake up. This is your sign. Let's go.
Yes, and I know it's late there in the US. Luke and I are both here in Southeast Asia, and I've been living abroad now for 3.5 years, and it's been absolute joyride. Being able to totally change your scene, change your life, change the people that you might be around, where you actually go outside and the people smile at you and they wave at you. Every day I go
Yes.
outside to go to the market or whatever, and people wave at you. Hi, oh, hello, hello. The lady got in the elevator with me. This little short, older lady got in the elevator with me, and she goes, hello, like this, hello. This is, it feels good to be seen, to be acknowledged, to be welcomed into a community. And where Luke is in Thailand, they bow to you. So, Sawadee krap. They
Yep.
bow to you. It's such a beautiful way of experiencing life where it's different from what we're used to. Let me be very clear. To shift over to this way of thinking and the way of living, it can be a culture shock. It can be a culture shock. Things are done very differently when they bring the food out to the table. Luke, you've probably seen this before. When they bring the food out to the
Yeah.
table, they sit it right in the middle of the table. I'm sitting right here. Why is my food way over there? But the reason why is because they're a communal people. They'll bring individual little saucers or whatever plates out for everybody to have little plates, and they just sit all the food in the middle of the table, and people just help themselves. That's how they eat over here, normally, typically, right? So when I first got here, when they would put my food way in the middle of the table, but I'm sitting over here, I would be like, "Hello, I'm right here." But they weren't ignoring me; they were including everyone. Get the difference? They weren't ignoring me, they were including everyone. And so when you come to the SoFit Summit Thailand retreat in February 23rd to the 25th, February
23rd, 28th,
23rd,
yeah.
2026, when you come, we going to put all the food in the middle of the table. I'm just telling you now. We include everybody. Everybody get a meal. Everybody get to eat. Everybody gets the experience. That's just the way it is. Now, when you go out and you want to have your own little individual appetizer or something like that, that's no problem. Get your food the way you want to get it. But when we eat together, we're going to put it in the middle of the table so everybody gets a chance to participate. This is the way it changes your life. It changes the way you think. And I enjoy it now. Before it was just to make me mad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I just want to reiterate like what Q was just saying. Like people here, even though we might not speak the same language at times, like they are just so thankful. So here in Thailand, I remember the first time I tipped my driver, he got down on
Mm,
his knees, he put his hands in front of his head, and he bowed, and he said, "Kapkun krap." Like thank you. Like people are so thankful here. And so I just think like that's like really a different energy, right? That you just experience everywhere
yes.
you go. And every day, I just went to the gym. Right when I left the gym, every day they say thank you. And they're just, it's just like
Mm,
this energy. And I just can't even express it in words. And it's like, it is a different culture when you come here. And it's different than even than other countries in Asia, right? Because a lot of the things, it's not as capitalistic, right? There's like a set price. There's always a place you can go to an amazing street food restaurant and get the best meal ever. And it's usually just a couple of bucks, right? It's usually like a really good deal, and you're supporting directly the family, the people that make it. And I can say it's wonderful. Like small businesses be popping up everywhere. And when you come to On the Retreat with us, you're going to get that truly authentic experience. We are going to be taking you to all the local spots, a nice, beautiful mix of the local spots. So you get that and the luxury, the
Yes.
Michelin starred restaurants, which we have so many here in Chiang Mai is wild. And a lot of it does have to like this is the basin of fresh food in Thailand. We are in northern Thailand where literally you can get all the mango, all the watermelon, all and so many fruits a lot of y'all probably have never heard of. Literally, it's right down the street. And we got wild
Oh, yes.
elephants just an hour north of here. There's a sign and it says, watch out, because there's elephant crossing. Okay. This is such a spiritual, like amazing place in the world. I can't even express it in words. And yeah, and for me also, playing with those gentle giants, elephants are the most emotionally intelligent animals on planet Earth. That and supporting the sanctuary, supporting the development, the preservation of these gentle giants is like hugely beautiful and important. So I'm very excited about everything we're going to be doing. And you, once you say yes, once you sign up, you are voting on what we're going to be doing. Okay, we are personalizing it to the people
Mhm.
that say yes. So
So,
we already have, like Q already knows, we have people that are doing this retreat for the second year in a row. You know that it's a good retreat if people are doing it again, right? And more that are likely signing up. So it's a 10 out of 10. And there's a reel I saw the other day, and it was like someone saying, I want to go to every single country in the world, and they were going on their 11th trip to Thailand. So it is the yeah, fun fact, Bangkok is the most visited city in the entire globe.
wow.
The secret's out. People are coming here, and like you was saying, a lot of it has to do with the culture and the energy. And there's no crime. I just went and got coffee the other day. Everyone just pops their motorcycle over, leaves their helmet out. No one's gonna take your helmet. No one's,
Oh, fun
nothing.
fact. Fun fact, true story. So I was at a cafe. I was sitting there working, and I took my because like I would keep a little backpack on, like the little mesh backpack that you kind of pull, um, the cheap ones. Anyway, I took it off and put it on the back of my chair while I was working and had my coffee or whatever. I closed my laptop and put it inside the little sleeve that I carry in my hand, and I just got up and called, grab, and left. So I had my laptop and my phone. My backpack with my wallet and my passport and like some gum or whatever stuff was in there. But my wallet and my passport was on the back of the chair at the cafe. I get in the grab, I go home. When I go home, I realize because I was going to go to 7-Eleven, I realize I don't have my wallet. I freak out. So I asked the driver, I said, "Oh my God, can you take me back to the cafe because I forgot my backpack with my wallet and my passport." So I'm having to talk to the Grab guy. Grab is like Uber. I'm having to talk to the Uber guy, and he ends up turning around, taking me back. Of course, it charges me. So it charges me to go there. It charges me to go back to the cafe. I run inside, and somebody is sitting at the table with my backpack still on the back of the chair. They're just having a good old time. Backpack there, they didn't touch it, they didn't look at it, they didn't go in it, they didn't move it, they didn't do nothing. I go in, I get my backpack. Oh, come, sorry. They laugh, whatever. I put it on, I go back out to the Grab, and he takes me back to my house. So from the cafe to my house to the cafe back to my house. The whole trip costs $5.41. Boom, 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 boom. $5.41, and my backpack was not touched in Thailand. True story.
Be- Beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing. Like I think like it's amazing too to like yeah to see how far those dollar bills go when you come here. And that's why yours truly included, a lot of people come here to get their beauty on. They come here to get their medical, their dental visits done.
Oh yeah.
I get natural Botox here in Thailand. I also have gotten a natural crystal facelift here in Thailand. Like these are things you can't find in the West, right? They're cutting edge in terms of holistic natural health. And number two, a lot of my clients come here to get their Botox, get their fillers at a fraction of the price. And a lot of times it's even better quality, right? They're even more, it's really good. So, and like the list goes on, okay, down the street. There's a lot, so we can help with like a lot of those different things. If you are coming here to get something done with your teeth, to get something done with your
Yes.
body, okay, some special treatments. They are the experts of health and wellness. And like Q was saying, like you don't gotta be worried ever about someone stealing your thing. Fun fact, last year at the retreat, one of the participants, we went on a tour, a market tour, so learn about all the foods, all the traditions before our cooking class. One of the people on the retreat, she left her iPhone at the market. This is a packed
Mm.
market, people all over the world. And we got with like an hour plus later, we got to the cooking thing, and she's like, "Oh, I don't have my phone. My phone must be stolen by now." Within 60 seconds, our tour guide called her friend at the booth at the market. Her friend had already found the phone. She's like, "Oh, I got the phone. We come back and get it." And it was like, it's just so nice. Like you don't even got to worry about dropping your phone. No one's gonna be taking that. And I will say, like, the only crime here in Thailand, but that it's been done by sometimes by Westerners. So that's why I was
Yeah.
so that's the only time. So the Thai people and Southeast Asian people, like, it's you're good. So
Well, and I think that, principles and teachings have something to do with that, right? Because, I'm a very spiritual person and I always go to spiritual principles. When you grow up with this idea of karma being a core part of your belief system as Buddhist people, when growing up with that idea of karma, that what you put out, you get back, and it's so clearly um, an influence in how you behave and how you live and how you act or whatever. I just think it changes the way that people do things. Like they don't want to come back as a cockroach. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not fit to do nothing. Let's go mess up my karma. Period. Like let me come clap. Let me be very kind. Let me be very nice. Let me do what I got to do. Thank you so much, Johnny, for the love. Thank you so much, Issachar. We appreciate you for showing up. This is fantastic.
yeah, and just like the massive respect and like all the good things. So, and last year we went to the Golden Temple. That was one of my favorite experiences. We went and
Mm.
did all these we did like six different Buddhist practices to call in love, money, health, whatever. You got to write down what you wanted. And we walked around the pagoda in the center, and we saw the monks doing their thing. We got blessed water poured on, the blessed water on us. It was just such a healing experience, like
Oh
doing those
yeah.
spiritual practices that you literally cannot do where you're at unless you are here in Thailand. And so I just think, like, for me, for yours truly, it's just been such a great healing frequency. And like they love animals here. So we gonna be going to coffee tea shops where there are literally cats and dogs. If you so choose, you can go with us to those places and you can like pet those cats while you're ordering your tea. Like there's just out of this world experiences that I've never seen outside of Thailand. And yeah, like there's 6,000 coffee shops here in Thailand, so you can never get bored with all the variety of things to do and places to go.
And I'm wondering, like, as you prepare for this retreat, I'm wondering what kind of stresses are you experiencing now that you want to let go of in 6 months? Like you don't want it to be a thing at all. Like you don't want it to be a hindrance. You don't want it to be a barrier for anybody who has been thinking about doing something. And if you're on the fence, Luke often talks about this. Like when there are so many people that are on the fence about things in their life, right? And stress and things that can impact that, right? If you're on the fence, do it with someone you trust. Like, let somebody hold your hand. Let somebody be there with you. Let somebody be there beside you as you go through this so that you're not having to worry about which way to go or which way where to go or where to stand or where to be or who to be around, that kind of thing. So if you have some stresses and you got to let these stresses go because they're killing you, you got to let these stresses go because they're messing you up, you got to let these stresses go because they're not serving you anymore. If you already know that this is happening, go ahead and start now. Start 6 months in advance just by making a flow, month after month after month. You start to 6 months in advance so that by the time you're there, you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing that's keeping your attention stuck back at home. You understand what I'm saying? To keeping your attention stuck back where you don't want to be.
And and I will say on that note, when you decide to go, and I'm speaking from experience, when I decided to go to Thailand, I can tell you my blood pressure went down. I was excited. I was like, I'm going to Thailand in February. Okay, like it can really start then when you say yes. And of course, like you get to do a consultation with yours truly. Like I'm a counselor, I'm a yoga teacher. I'm like I have all these lived experiences to help you radically love yourself, to help you heal, to help you through the shadow work too, so that you can come to the towers, you come to the stars with us. Okay, so you ready within 6 months. We're going to actually add all y'all to the chat once you sign up so that you get to meet each other even before we meet in Thailand. So we're going to do a call just like we did last year so that you know who you're going to be, staying in the luxury villa with. And you might even want to fly together. Okay. Last year we had three
Oh, it's
people, no,
true.
four people, I believe, take the same flight from San Francisco on over to Taiwan, then to Thailand, because, and a lot of people didn't even know each other, right? But we met each other in that chat, and they're like, I want to get on the same flight, and it's like
Right.
that's really cool too, to like, because it is a long flight, but it's a fun flight. Like I sleep well on those flights, so we're all good. I'm used to traveling all the time now. Okay.
Let me say this because there are a lot of people that have a concern about that. So let me address that real
True.
quick.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, so you're absolutely right.
And it's freezing on my end. Is it freezing on your end, Q? Let me just make sure that my internet is working, y'all. This is what happens
Coming
when we
over
do
to
a lot.
Southeast Asia on the other side. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back. Oh, it cut out
Okay,
on
sorry
my
about
end,
that.
but go on again. Yeah.
No, it's okay. No, I was just saying, coming over to Southeast Asia, it is a trek. It is a trek. You're literally going on the other side of the globe, right? So like I'm right now, I'm exactly opposite New York time or DC time. So East Coast time, it is 1:09 p.m. where I am right now, where it's probably 1:09 a.m. over in DC, New York area. And Luke is the same time zone as like Chicago, Alabama, like that whole thing, Central Standard Time. Anyway, I say all that to say is that you're going on the other side of the globe. So it is a bit of a trek. But get this, on the flight, the people are so friendly. The hostesses and the stewardesses, I'm sorry, the flight attendants, they don't like to call stewardesses anymore. The flight attendants are so, so helpful. The food is amazing. You get on like a good Qatar airline or Emirates or something like that. You get on a really nice airline. Who did you fly when you flew over to Southeast Asia initially?
I've been on like Qatar Airlines. I went through the Middle East
Yep,
ones, but this last time I went through Taiwan, I think it was a Korean airline, but I don't remember the
Korean
name.
Air.
Q. I will say my luggage was 10 years old when I came here to Thailand, and it's at 10 years. The wheel broke off. Guess what? The airline, they gave me money for my luggage. Would that happen in the USA? Probably not. But like,
No,
yeah,
the
so they're
wheel
very
broke and they pay
caring.
for it.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, we're so sorry," and I was like, "Honestly, I'm surprised it made it here. Like, it was 10 years old, and so I got to get myself some new luggage right when I got off my plane, and like they were just so kind. Like Q was saying, I literally have my eye mask right here from that Korean airline that I put on. They gave
Hmm.
me a blanket, and I like slept there and like got all
You
cozy and
sleep.
made some new friends.
Yes.
Oh. And I want to mention Q. You know who I met on my flights? I'm doing a podcast interview in 2 weeks with a
Uh-huh.
really famous personal trainer from Spain. And I met her on one of
Wow.
my flights. Like, you don't know who you're going to sit next to. So it's kind of
That's
exciting
amazing.
to like, when you come in over here, it takes a certain type of person to jump on a plane and come to Southeast Asia. All right. So
Right.
like, I just think it's so much fun. So bring your books. Like, and the fun thing is, I'm throwing this in. If you sign up this week only, I'm going to send you a copy of my book so you can read my book while you're on your plane trip. You can do the exercises. You
Yes.
can you can listen to music, okay? And yeah, like I think and we're here to help, okay? I have an 84-year-old client ironically in 2 weeks. She's flying to France.
Mm.
And she ain't letting that age number stop her, right? I just think it's so important. Like you'll notice if you do fly through Tokyo, about 10 people on the flight stand up and they do their exercises, because there's a lot of
Yep.
older adults when you fly through Tokyo on those flights typically.
Yeah,
Well,
you
we
have
can
to.
we can teach you how to do the yoga on your flight. Like
Yeah.
literally
You
in
you
our
can you
call.
can do there's so much room. These are huge planes. There's so much room you can do stretching, you can, walk around, you can go around. Like there's so much you can do where you don't have to feel like you're cramped in or whatever, whatever. It's really not, if you've never traveled internationally, it's definitely something that you will be okay if you were to do it. I wouldn't sweat it for
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah, and like drop your questions in the comments. I love that because we'll follow up with you now or in the future. And I wanted to say too, like a lot of y'all are like maybe you're asking about like I don't know if I'm ready to do this. I don't know if what like it sounds like we're gonna be doing some deep stuff together. And I wanted to say if you wait until you're ready, you're gonna be waiting a long ass time. Okay. And this want you
Yeah.
to know, like, don't like just go for it. Done is better than perfect. Come and join us. Come as you are. Okay. Like, no, we're all under construction, all changing and growing. Now is the time. And there's always this idea that I'm gonna go next year. I'll wait another year until blank, blank, blank. This paid off, that. What if next year don't come? What if something like Q said, what if what Q is manifesting, what if
Mm.
this is like the last roundup and some of those laws change, etc., so on and so forth. Okay. Like I would take advantage of your ability to come at this moment, August 2025, and just schedule that call to learn more. I remember when I went on my first retreat, I almost let other people's limiting beliefs stop me from doing the retreat. I almost listened to people that said, Luke, don't do that Mexico retreat. You can't afford it. It's not for you. Like, and I'm so glad I didn't listen to other people. They're not going to live my life,
Mm.
right?
Right. That
So
part.
like
That
come in, if your heart is saying to go, if your body's saying to go, listen. Come and join
right.
us. It's gonna
Well,
be ball.
and,
Yeah.
and when you stay ready, you never have to get ready. And I say that literally because when you think about something, your subconscious mind goes into effect trying to make what you're thinking about real, good, bad, or indifferent. Okay. So when you're thinking about travel, for example, your subconscious mind is finding ways, your reticular activating system is finding ways for you to travel. When you think about lack and poverty and broke and I can't afford this, I can't afford that, when you're thinking about that, your subconscious mind, your reticular activating system is finding reasons for you not to be able to afford it. And this is why working with a coach is so important. This is why having an oracle on your side is so valuable because what happens is we ain't thinking with your mind. Okay, we're not thinking with your stuff, right? We're tapping into a greater pool of abundance and resources and knowledge and support, so that what happens is that when you're thinking about what you're thinking about, but then we come in and we interrupt that. Stop thinking. You gotta stop thinking like that. Stop thinking like that. That's how I do. I give a little stop thinking like that. But you got to interrupt that thought. And when we interrupt that thought and then we replace it with something that's healthier, something that's more growth mindset focused, something that's more opportunity mindset, when you'll actually start to find reasons to do what you really want. This is the brilliant part of doing this together, right? We don't have, like, I don't have to worry about your stuff, you ain't got to worry about my stuff, but we can make this happen regardless. And that's how we're going to grow together.
Absolutely. Growing, and I want to mention like growing together. So you just interacting with us, especially in person, there's something called counter transference. So you are going to be sharing the mirror, getting those mirror neurons. So that can literally help you think differently, clear out those
Mm.
blocks sometimes that you didn't even know existed. Something else came to me, Q, when you were speaking, and it just brought me back to last year when we were at the retreat here in Thailand and we did some inner child healing work. That was hugely impactful for me to
Yes.
return to that little child that was Luke, that was scared, that like was so hard on myself, right? I was a little childhood gymnast actor that really oppressed my true essence for most of my life until I came to that breaking moment later in my 20s, which I talk more about in my book. And like I was so beautiful to be like, Luke, it's all good. You're perfect. You're beautiful. And so I just want to thank you, Q, for that really transformational experience that we got during our session with you. And I know that we're going to be doing some great new things when you
Yes.
come and join us this next year, some of that healing work slash manifestation work, right? Since you become what you believe, not what you want, we're going to be working on like Q is touching upon, reprogramming your beliefs, reprogramming your brain for success, for love, for healing, okay, for loving yourself at all sizes, all stages, all seasons, okay? And also research shows over and over and over again that happens through community. That doesn't happen alone. It happens when you're
Right.
with people that are bringing you higher, that can like hold you accountable and cheer you on. And I wanted to also touch upon, because we're in this new time of AI, of Chat GPT, where you're a lot less and less people are interacting with each other, and that's kind of like in some things making things spiral, right? So we're living, breathing people. We're going to help you out in such a great new novel, magical way.
Brilliant. This is fantastic. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about February 23rd, 2026. You all getting a chance to meet us in person if you have never met us in person before. I have over 11,000 clients, and many of which I've only met via social media, many of which I only talk to via WhatsApp and other apps in order to engage with people. I would love to meet you in person. I would love for you to come and get tapped in to what we're doing and know that we are real people, right? We're real
Yes.
people. We're spectacular in the sense of being. You can feel the love, and you can feel the joy, and you can feel the embrace of each of us, and then we get a chance to grow together. And that's where I think it's life changing, because it's like you're not having to do all this in a vacuum in your bedroom, just writing in your journal, which is totally fine if that's a valuable way of making some changes in your life, right? Just sitting in your bedroom and writing your journal. But what would it feel like to be out of that environment, that's this normal, maybe even sometimes suppressive environment, and changing your environment, which is in its own right therapeutic. Just a change of environment can be therapeutic, but then to be there and have somebody kind of sit with you and talk with you and hold you accountable. I remember in our last retreat in Thailand, I was able to sit down and talk with Monica. And Monica, she and I, we talked, and immediately we started firing things towards each other that were exactly what the other person was thinking. Like, oh my God, I've been wanting to do that too for years. Oh my God, yeah, me too. Boom, boom, boom. And we were just firing back and forth to each other things that we had been wanting to do for years, but never really gave ourselves the permission or even the space to do so, because just life gets involved, right? Life catches up with you. And so sitting down and talking with Monica, and her being a mirror for me and holding me accountable to stuff that I said I wanted to do for me. You know what I mean? I think it was so valuable. And so it's those kinds of moments, whereas now it's us helping us. And I think that's so important.
Yeah, it's just so wonderful when you have someone who cares about you, who is maybe a few steps ahead, keeping you accountable to your goals. There's absolutely no way I would be where I am today, geographically, physically, spiritually, emotionally, if I did it in silos, or I just was looking at TikToks and talking with ChatGPT, right? We gotta like connect with people now more than ever. Sometimes we need to disconnect in order to reconnect with our true essence, okay? And so that's why we're really going to be doing that deep healing work. We're going to be experiencing true luxury together and doing all the things, and it's just going to be so magical, so great. And yeah, I'm so excited to see who signs up, because you really truly just don't know who is secretly watching this live, right? And I want to say your
Mm.
signups are confidential. We have some really wonderful people coming with us. And so I'm just so excited. We literally just got a new call from someone today who's interested in joining. So we don't want you to miss out on this opportunity. And once again, you got 7 more days for our sales. So take advantage of that. And then you can be excited for a whole 6 months and be telling everyone you go into Thailand. And yes, I want to reiterate again, you might want to leave half of your checked bag empty to bring back things back to your home. Okay,
Mm.
bring back those back clothing. I love getting my
Souvenirs.
clothes, getting your art, getting yeah, getting, I mean, you can even get dried fruit here. I mean, the list goes on, but yeah, they have silver here. I can show you also where to buy pure gold, which is something a lot of visitors come get, because that gold will increase in value over time when you buy jewelry, because the jewelry here is pure gold, is known. So just like little things like that, like you just can't find that if you go to the mall in the USA. Like we're gonna really get you that experience, and of course you're gonna do all the things and just leave
All the
literally
things.
looking good, feeling good, living longer with people that are gonna hold you accountable to your goals. So I'm
Bring
excited.
it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
of course, yeah. Yeah, anything that's coming to you, Q, you want to mention?
Well, I was gonna also just mention that w- as we're doing this retreat, this is not something that is just a one-time, one-off kind of, oh, they just, pulled this together on a whim. This is something that, number one, is already proven. This is something that has been planned for quite some time, and Luke and I do countless conversations, countless trainings and development with each other, where we just wish iron sharpening iron, right? Iron sharpening iron, and we do that so that we can be of service to you when you connect, when you participate, when you join. Like we do that so that we can be of service. So you're talking to two people who really, really take the time, right? Take the time to do the work to improve ourselves, to improve our services, to improve our offerings and our programs. We take the time to make sure that all of this is laid out for you in a nicely packed container with a nice pretty bow around it, which is the luxury and all the bells and whistles that you're going to get access to. That's the pretty bow. But inside the package, right, inside the gift is where you're going to get your wins. Inside, when you take off all the wrapping and the pretty stuff, and all the stuff that we have to wow you with, right, inside is where you get your real wow moment, and that's when we unpack all the good that has to come out of it. So I'm more of the one that is going to hold you to the work and
Yeah.
making sure that you do the work. And Luke is about the joy and the luxury and the vibe and the feel goods, and every day doing some yoga and stretching your body. Let me tell you, Luke be working them. He be working them. And you have people of all ages, all sizes, all shapes, all colors, everything. They are doing these yoga poses almost like with expert precision. And he has to help me because I'm not as good as some of the rest of y'all. He'll come in here, I'll push my back down. And he's like, okay, you got it, but push your back down. He'll push my back down. I'm like, oh Lord. But it feels good though.
Absolutely. Like we need that. And like, yeah, just like you was saying, I'm gonna be doing yoga, fitness with you, wellness every day. And I'm trained in massage. So we're gonna get all those hands-on adjustments, the aromatherapy, all the love, right? The music. And I teach now online 3 times a week, and I have multiple one-on-one private yoga clients I be seeing from across Mother Earth. This is the only opportunity to work with me in person and do all this yoga fitness online. And I'm tailoring it to the bodies of the people that show up. We have people signed up who have never done yoga already. So like you're not
Mm-hmm.
alone if this is your beginning of your yoga, your fitness, your wellness journey, okay? To come as you are on this amazing retreat. And before I forget too, I wanted to also excitedly mention, like once again, you get this amazing deal by the end of this month. On Sunday, the sale ends. So $500 off, all inclusive retreat. All you got to think about, y'all, is getting your round trip tickets to and from Chiang Mai, Thailand. We're going to pick you up in a luxury van at the airport. Someone going to have a sign.
Yes.
We're gonna get you to the villa. We're gonna go out to lunch the first day. We're covering everything. You don't gotta think about nothing. You just gotta like show up, okay? And
Yes.
we're gonna get the beauty on day 2, get the pictures, get all that stuff. So it's like it's gonna be such a great mix of activity and space. Okay, so that you can do the
Yes.
things that you want to do, okay? Like he was saying, and do the activities with us, the yoga, all that's included, okay? Everything optional, of course. Number 2, I want to mention we have a special. So the full price is for a shared room, just $3,497 right now, this week only. Now, private room, $3,997, and we got a payment plan. So you just got to throw down that $500 to lock in your spot. And then once again, like you could just be paying this off for over the 6 months. And guess what? That's probably the same as what going on a little trip to like Vegas and some Starbucks. Okay? Like
Right.
let's be real. This is so much more impactful than just doing the same thing you did last year. Come and give yourself that treat. Join us and click on that link to learn more, or just drop Thailand in the comments, and I'll follow up with you more with more information. And we, like I said, I already have multiple people that are meeting with us, so get your spot before it gone.
All right. I'm excited.
I'm very excited. Well, thank you all so much. I would love to hear what your questions are below, what your takeaways are.
Yes.
What are you excited about in terms of going to Thailand, and how are you saying yes to yourself? I want to know that in the
Yeah.
comments, because that's where this all comes back to, is you treating yourself like the divine person that you are, so that we can transform this world. It starts with you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. Do you have anything else to add, Q? Anything any for people in the future to connect with you beyond?
Listen, get here. Oh, sorry. Hold on a second. I didn't hold the thing up. That's it. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Get out while you
Hey.
can. I would. Hey, in fact, look, do a screenshot. Do a screenshot right
We
now
gonna
of
Okay, I'm
this.
doing this right now. We're doing a little screenshot. Just a sec before we log on off. Get out while you can.
Yes. Let me do mine too.
We're gonna post that. Yeah, and I just want to reiterate that, like, do this thing. You can join us. You have the ability. Not everyone has this ability, okay? Take advantage of it. And like, yeah, like I just think back to my former self, Q. I'm so glad that I didn't listen to the voices. You are not the voices in your head that tell you not to. Okay? What if it all works out? Okay? It's gonna be amazing. So do schedule that session to learn more. And we are so excited. Have an amazing day, everyone. Drop your questions below. LukeLintott.com/Thailand is where you schedule your one-on-one
Oh, let
retreat
me put that in group chat.
consultation. And yes, and of course, I wanted to also highlight right now, we were going to go longer. Q has a client with over 1 million followers waiting to speak with him. So he got to go. He a busy person. And I wanted to reiterate also, like, you're getting to meet with the Master Oracle, with yours truly, in real life. You're getting to really get that personalized guidance, not just during those 6 days, and before and after. We become your family, and so we're so excited to see you.
Yes.
And thank you so much for your precious time, Q, and sending good vibes your way. Everyone in the future and now, see you in Thailand. Comment below for the link. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Peace.
Thank y'all. Bye bye. Cheers.